Welcome back to this Let's Play, The Last Remnant. Last time we finished off Grammi Tier Anatoray, and we're headed off into Grammi Tier Sith, which is the second of the two parts of Grammi Tier. And, well, hopefully there aren't any more of those stupid observers. Well, sort of a double-edged sword. Sure, they're a pain to fight, but they are quite good. This Remnant here, Malistrix, is a fairly good item. If you're going to do a mystic-based rush, it's probably one of the best weapons you can equip on him. There is a character who you can recruit who can use it, but I really don't like her. We'll do that quest eventually. But oh good, another observer. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to fight this one off screen, so I'll be right back.
Let's do this!
That one wasn't quite so bad. I think they ceased the 5 attacks a turn thing after, essentially after you've survived it for a couple turns, they give up, and they just go back to attacking once. Maybe they just don't use it every turn, and it's just very often, but for the most part, the strategy is just don't have everybody engage at once. Oh, lovely, another one. Well, we'll be right back. Those things are such a joy. They also leave me lost as to where I am, because they're long fights. They can also be somewhat difficult to see. They can be kind of invisible, so I'm going to fight these demons off screen, so
let's do this.
Be right back. Yeah, and there's a couple more of them, so same drill.
Let's do this.
I took the liberty of getting rid of another observer at the same time. It was back here through this door. This door was closed, and that door was closed, and there was an observer right there. So instead of cutting the video even more, I just took care of it. But here's the key to Metapon, which is the 3rd tier. But before we go there, we're going to have to fight our way through another boss. One who's a little harder than Ymir. He's not super hard, but I'm just hoping I don't, while fighting all these observers, I don't run out of healing supplies. So here's the guy, and I'm just going to save right here in front of him. Oh, that was interesting. Fraps crashed, actually.
Let's do this.
I'll just have to fight him again. It's too bad, really. I guess the last time Bowman actually showed up. I don't know, he's not particularly interesting. He just does what he did when he was the boss. He wasn't even being particularly useful, since he was just on the side. He was not one of the deadlocking groups, he was just one of the flanking groups. Not what those guys are good for. But anyway, this dragon is, I mean, he's probably the hardest based dragon in the game, but he mostly just has a lot of hit points. He doesn't do anything particularly nasty. He does cast Whiteout and Blackout, which, I mean, if you let your hit points get real low and can wipe your entire party at once, but, well, when he did it to me last time, it was just sort of okay. It did some damage, but I guess I should clarify, he's the most powerful dragon in the game, not the hardest one. The hardest one is probably the Ancient Dragon, because you fight it so early on. Though I guess you don't have to fight it as early as I did. I was going to use Maddox as a character, so I needed to get it out of the way. If you look at the hit points of my unions, we're starting to actually gain substantial amounts of stats. 'Once you get to... There's eventually a problem that you can only have 9,999 hit points in a unit. If you have more than that, they just don't go anywhere. So if you start having really high hit point characters, you need to start moving them to 3 character units. Wow, the Imperial Stormtrooper Marksmanship Academy. This is qualifying for here. Like most dragons, Holy Servant will use a breath attack every so often, or use Desperate Rail if morale is really high. So if you keep morale really high, he won't use his breath attack, and that's really one of his, I don't know, scarier, and one of his more powerful attacks. This guy must have good evasion or something, but they do seem to have some problems hitting him. Well, I guess he killed one of my characters. It's the closest thing he's gotten to making any progress towards beating him. I don't know how he managed to get all the way over there, but he did. One of my groups is actually not in range to attack. Alright, here's Blackout. And I mean, I suppose if for some reason when he multi-deadlocking, he hit every single one of your unions with that attack, that'd be kind of scary, but, well, I'm assuming he doesn't get enough AP to do that. Would be nice if we had some options to bring back some of my characters, though. Low enough that he can use his breath attack. As you can see, you're much better off letting him use Whale. I bring him back and he knocks one down again. Good job. This weapon art here, Snowfall, that Glenys is using, actually hits each member of the Union independently. That's very rare that's common for the Mystic arts, but it's one of, I think it may be the only weapon art that, well, it's not really a weapon art, the only combat art that does that particular shtick. So, it's effective against groups, but against a single hard target like this, it's not going to be as good. He's just toying with me now. I'll probably just load the other save because I got all the things I wanted from the drops. We'll see what happens. I don't know why she reassessed out of actually curing, but oh well. Let's just hit him with Shiv on him and be done. Or not.
Sweet! Yeah!
That means nothing to me.
I feel stronger than before!
I feel like I've grown.
Yeah, we didn't get the drops we wanted. There are a couple other things that he can drop, but mostly you just, on the PC version at least, he always drops himself as a capture. The other save I have, if he dropped some wings and some other useful stuff, again, you can turn him into an item. In this case, the item you turn him into is a ring that's, it's plus 15% int, but I'm not going to use it on Rush, and no one seems to be requesting the plus 15% int rings I've got, so not going to worry about it. I'll just load the other save. And be right back. The specific item that he dropped two... When he actually didn't drop, he split for 2 jewel steel, and when you split a monster for an item like that, as opposed to when they actually drop it, everybody gets that split. And so I have like 4 or 5 characters in my party who need 2 jewel steel, and so that goes a long way. He also dropped 2 Divine Baronhilder rings, which Khrynia needed. So that's more useful than just the crap that I got. And frankly, the Imperator's stuff that you make by crafting from them, I just don't care for it. There's actually another way to get some of it. You can, once you get enough trade goods by selling captured monsters, you can buy them from a shop in Underwalt. I don't really care that much. They're not that useful. But here's the teleporter that's going to take us to Grammi Tier and our next video, because we're done with this one. We're out of time.